Hi, I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my September 2019 horoscope report for you. I'm going to give you the top 3 must-knows for your sign, including details like looking at the actual charts and seeing what fields of experience these aspects in the sky are going to drill down for your specific sign and what that looks like and how you can best use the energies. I offer so many free resources. Most of the things that I do are free. So you definitely want to tap into all of the things that I am offering to you. Besides these monthly videos that I offer always a month early, you can also go to cozybysweetstarlight.com to get written horoscopes by me and all kinds of other astrology and other blogs. You can go to anniehelpsyou.com to see all of my astrology blogs plus inspirational blogs and other things there. You can sign up for my free email newsletter where you get a written write-up of the month to come a month early, plus my 28-day virtual coaching program for free at anniehelpsyou.com. So definitely make sure you're tapping into all of the things I am working hard every month to offer you. Now I'm going to go into the details of what your sign has to look forward to in September 2019. Hello Capricorn friends, welcome to my September 2019 horoscope report for you. We have a very, very astrologically busy month this month. In August we had about 14 astrological transits that were noteworthy. This month we have double that. So I am going to pick the top 3 aspects or sets of aspects that I think are most important for Capricorns to know to have the best month possible. And most of the things we discussed are going to have a direct tie-in to your sign or element. So the aspects this month with all of the earth energies are directly tying into and mathematically linking to your Capricorn planets. So I'm going to give you the details about what those mathematical link-ups look like, what that can look like in your life, what areas of your life are going to be aspected by these smooth, beautiful trines, and the bumps that the Virgo planets are having with Jupiter. Those same planets that were in beautiful harmony in August with Jupiter are now in conflict. So we're going to look at what this looks like for you, and I'll give you all of those details, including the charts. So we are going to talk about all of the goodies for this month for you. First, it will be helpful for you to know where you are in the Capricorn spectrum. Early degree are basically December born or 0 to 9 degrees. Middle, January 1st through 10th or 10 to 19 degrees. And late degree, January 11th through the rest of the sign or 20 to 29 degrees. I'm in that late degree placement with my moon with you all. If you're watching for your moon or your rising, this report is for you equally as if it is your sun. Because the sun, the rising, and the moon charts are all part of our bigger astrological picture for the month. Okay, so I'm going to give you the outline of the features and possible outcomes of the aspects that are going to occur this month, and I'm going to give you the top 3 things to note. I'm going to use the late degree Capricorn chart to show you things that are going on in the sky that are true for all early, middle, and late degree placements. So I just don't want you to get thrown off as you see me use the chart that says late on the top, because the segment I'm going into now is going to be for all caps. And later on, I will differentiate out some different things for early, middle, and late, but it will be clear that I'm doing that because I'll make a grid. So you can assume that everything that I'm going to say until you see that grid is true for all early, middle, and late degree placements. So the first thing to know is that all these planets in Virgo are making smooches to your Capricorn planets. And while they're making smooches, the best aspect in astrology, a trine, they're also making beautiful angles to these long-term planets. These are all lords of karma. And maybe you've been feeling it lately that this is a big year of clearing up karma, and that is for various reasons. The full moon in Capricorn, in your sign, was next to Pluto, really clearing stuff out. And so this eclipse cycle has been very, very powerful, especially for Capricorns and Cancers, because the eclipse cycle is in those signs. So there was an expansion spree that started in August due to Jupiter going direct and due to these planets, which were in Leo, making aspects to Jupiter. And now's the time for checks and balances, okay? So Capricorns in general tend to be realists, and so the energy now is going to match with how that tendency, mostly rolls out. which has to do with looking at like the numbers, the logic, the realistic picture, the practical things, the money, the business, the, things that have to be taken care of every day. So that's the first thing to note. The second thing is that, and again, this is for all early, middle, and late, all these planets, as they move through Virgo, are going to oppose Neptune. For everyone in the cosmos, including Capricorns, this could have an effect of bringing uncertainty and confusion, doubt, and also like more of a realistic view. Because with the energies in August, it was just sort of like, yay, everything is expanding and all these sweet aspects. And now it's kind of like, oh gosh, second guessing, can I really do this? Reevaluating your plans for sustainability, things like that. All right, so we've got that element of doubt. But Capricorns are blessed in the way that all of the aspects that I'm going to talk about today that are set up to be challenging in the cosmos, all of those are making sweet angles to the Capricorn placement. So even as this can be difficult and make you feel like you're being pulled in two different directions, oppositions do that. I always call the oppositions superhero placements, because as you're getting pulled, if you find that transcendent point where you are like, wow, look at me, I've got all these balls in the air and they're staying up in the air, you can do that this month. So there's a tremendous amount of power, and the odds for Capricorns that this is going to go well is increased because these planets making the aspects to each other in the challenging opposition make sweet aspects to Capricorn. Okay, so there are questions that are coming up, but the answers to those questions can put you on a better track for your accomplishments. The third thing to note is that all these planets in Virgo, as we talked about before, they're going to square Jupiter. So that these are definitely the things that are checks and balances, and that will help you to build a strong foundation for the future. Planets in Virgo have to do with health, pets, your daily schedule, your office dynamics, and the Capricorn energy is your place out in the world, your work, your career, your employment, things with dad. So since these are so busy with all of these different aspects, those energies are going to be very much brought into focus. So it's definitely a time for material gains and making some serious long-term plans. September is a very important month in the scheme of not just 2019, but 2020. And definitely watch my September 2019 must-knows for all signs, because there I go into this really great grid of showing you the energies of these retrograde planets ahead. But 2020 is a year of retrogrades, and we're mostly going to have retrograde energies. And that energy rolls inward and backward. When the planets are direct, like they are in September, September has all the personal planets direct, the ones closest to us, Mars, Venus, Mercury. And when that happens, it's all systems go to push forward. It's like when you're on the deserted island and you're trying to get your boat off the island, the tide is going out now. So put the boats out, get the boats out before the tide comes in, right? So the tides are going to come in. So that makes September a shining moment, because it's actually one of the only two last months between now and the end of 2020, and not just 2019. Only September of 2019 and January of 2020 are completely empty from personal planet retrogrades. All the rest of the months have some semblance of shadow or this or that for part of the month or all of the month. And there will be launching points throughout the way, and I will walk you through this as time goes on. But, September is very unique in that way. So if you're close to getting your stuff done, this could be the push that you need to just go ahead and do it. So now I want to look at the houses that are being aspected by these placements, because these are the fields of experience that are going to light up. All these houses, they're fields of experience that we have as humans. And they're like places for a party. The planets are the party goers or the conference goers or whatever, the participants in the gathering. And the houses are the place where the gathering goes on. So in order to see what areas of life are going to be accentuated, besides looking at the signs, which we already did, where, also, by the way, internet and other security. That's a big thing coming up. So look out for that. Okay, so we want to look to see what houses are accentuated for the early, middle, and late from these aspects that we discussed. And a lot of these houses are going to be doing double and triple duty because, you know, these Virgo planets have so much to do with what's happening. So I'm going to make a little grid for you here. Okay, so the early degree placements, you're going to have 8th and 9th, 12th, and 1st, as well as 2nd and 3rd, accentuated by all of these different aspects. And of course, I will talk about what that means, but I just want to get everybody on the board here. Middle degree placements, you're going to have the 8th, 12th, and 1st, and 11th, mostly highlighted. Oh, and also the 2nd. Late degrees, you're going to have the 8th, the 11th, and the 12th, possibly with some whispers in the 1st and 2nd. Okay, so you can expect to see positive outcomes, sweet spots, possibly some struggles and road bumps, but likely with good outcome if you can push through it. In the 1st house, which has to do with recognition, all eyes on you, your image, has to do with your physical body, so health things, has to do with how you see the world and how people see you, which turns out to be related to how you see yourself. So your perceptions on things, your outlook, the glasses that you put on, some positive changes in your perceptions and your perspectives can really happen at this point. And positive body image shifts, positive things going on with your physical image, things like buying clothes, changing your image, things like that are all well supported at this time. All of you have these potential challenges, but also more likely boosts to the money sector, your individual money that you earn, and your material, gains house. This can also be a house of environmental sustainability, working with the earth, gardening, things like that. Also, the shared money house for all of you is being aspected. So loans, credit, debt, taxes coming up in a big way, possibly with some issues, but more chance for overcoming that. Inheritances and even sweepstakes and winnings can be very much accentuated. So really, if you're feeling lucky, definitely get a lotto ticket or get involved in something. I don't want you to be involved in addictive gambling at all. But if you've got a little nudge to spend a little on a few tickets, this is the type of energy in the 8th house where you can have money come from nowhere. Support, capital, investments, spiritual breakthroughs, psychological breakthroughs, solving of mysteries, esoteric understandings. Then all of you also have the 12th house. There are some similar things to the 8th in the way that there is unseen energy, psychological breakthroughs, past life breakthroughs, sleep, things involving sleep, lucid dreaming, using your subconscious mind for the power it has to change your life. So all of those are brought into focus. The early degrees, you've got a couple of other little things here. The 3rd house of communication and buying, cars and devices and transportation and mobility and relatives other than your parents. That's being highlighted. For all of you, if you have to buy a car or you have to buy a device, there are a lot of sweet spots. Just follow your natural flow. And if it feels like a good time and everything's flowing well, this could be a good month to lock in some of those purchases. And everyone in the cosmos is going to be experiencing a 9th house boost because Jupiter, which rules the 9th house, is in Sagittarius, its own sign, which also rules the 9th house. So Jupiter moving through Sag and moving forward at this time gives everyone in the cosmos a chance for this 9th house expansion. But you, early degree placements, you've got a little extra boost from some of the house placements of these mathematical configurations. So this has to do with, so take note for all of you, publishing, writing, speaking, teaching, learning. You could find your perfect learning program. You could launch your speaking platform. International travel, especially any travel, but international travel and business. Anything having to do with spiritual studies or work. different languages, different cultures, things like that. All beautifully aspected for everyone with an extra boost for you early degree placements. So all in all, this month, even with the challenges, the road bumps, like I said, it's more of a chance to be sweet for Capricorns because of the angles that those challenges occur. And it's a month where hard work that you have put in can show up in a big way. It's a month where you can either work in the backdrop or push things through or get final details ready for a future launch. A lot of material gains. Definitely watch your cyberspace, your privacy, and your your security on all levels, because that's a place where there's just a little bit of weakness to look out for. But again, it does have sweet aspects, so hopefully it will turn out good. So those are the things I have most on my mind for you all. So if you love details like these, I have so many more places that you can get resources for this month and in general astrology. So definitely listen to my video, September 2019 must-knows for all signs. That's going to give you lots more details about how these aspects can show up and how you can best use them. I have written horoscopes that are usually talking about things different than the videos for each month. So you can see those at cozybysweetstarlight.com. There are also astrology and other blogs there at cozybysweetstarlight.com. You can go to anniehelpsyou.com to see my massive amount of astrology blogs to help you with transits that are occurring now, and other goodies on my site. You can sign up for my free email newsletter at anniehelpsyou.com, which will get you a write-up about the general aspects with all of them listed so that you have them for your planning purposes, always a month early. So you can do that at anniehelpsyou.com. Plus you get my free 28-day coaching program called Shine when you sign up for my free email newsletter. So I also have astrology education. So all the things I just listed are all free, and I do those for you every month. But I also have some even more in-depth astrology education options at anniehelpsyou.com that you can check out. I would love for you to learn with me. Definitely check out my book, Radical Prayer, Transform Your Life and the World in 28 Days, an Amazon bestseller, and a wonderful companion for my fellow spiritual seekers. So you can see that on Amazon or at radicalprayerbook.com. And you can check out my husband's site for even more resources that he offers, which is iamhelios.com. So he's B.R. Newman at iamhelios.com. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.